love, light, and blessings. I don't expect anybody to be on here, but maybe people will come in. But basically, I just wanted to share my afternoon with you. I've been making a lot of political content. This is nothing to do with politics. Hey, Dianara Torres Feliciano, how you doing, my love? I just kind of wanted to go live because I wanted you guys to spend the afternoon with me. I'm gonna make some spiritual tea, and I'm gonna be blessing my doorway. So I'm doing some rituals on the live. So hopefully you're doing well. I gotta get a pot. I'm gonna boil some spiritual tea. No, I think I'm gonna use the little pot. This guy. I'm making some third eye tea. Hi everybody. Just making some third eye tea. So I wanted you guys to see me do some spiritual teas and stuff. Hey Junia Bloom, how are you? Hey Danny, how you doing? Hey guys. So yeah, I'm just basically making some spiritual tea. I don't think you guys get to see my kitchen that much, so I'll give you a little tour. How do we? Can we change? No, that makes me bigger. Oh, there it goes. So this is my kitchen. It's forever Halloween. I was cleaning out my coffee maker this morning. It's good to clean out your coffee maker with I got my little Sansa because I decided to do the theme of the Nightmare Before Christmas as my Christmas decor. But yeah, my kitchen's forever Halloween. I have a little Jack Skellington. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, I have the little Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know if you guys can see it. Tablecloth. So yeah, and then this is my little stove. I'm making spiritual tea. I make spiritual tea like once a week. And these are my favorite mugs that I have always displayed too. But yeah, I decided to go with the theme of like Nightmare Before Christmas because I'm obsessed with Christmas. Oh, you're working on some candles you're making. Okay, this is my son's man cave. Nothing interesting there. We always have the little skeleton that's by the door too. That's that little guy. Look at him. One of my kids broke his arm though. Rude. And then this is what my door looks like. You have like behind this here is like a secret prayer. And then this represents one of the angels that I dedicated my home to. Then I have my guardian angel. There's prayers and things behind there too, and like vives and things like that. This was blessed by a priest because I used to do a lot pre-COVID. I did a lot of exorcisms and stuff. I am ordained to do exorcism because I'm technically an ordained minister who went to the Christian seminary. So I am well versed in theology, biblical history, all that good stuff. Archangel Michael prayer card, and there's things behind that too. And then I have my witch's broom, which I made a video on members about the importance of. So I do feed this, and there's like a spirit that's housed in there. And then my sala, it's already all Christmas in here. So my kids were so little in that picture. They're all big now. Boo. Then we have my daughter's treat. I have a Christmas baby. So one of my kids was born on Christmas. So I always make, like, since she's been little, I always make her separate tree for the baby. And yeah, so it's all Christmas now. This is when my kids were all smaller. And yeah, so I think I decorated for Christmas before. I have the sage, so that's why that's there. This is my yerba buena. So I'm going to be smoke cleansing after I drink the tea. But yeah, that's what everything looks like. And then I have the tree. I put up my tree. So I'm doing gold, white, and orange, and some red because I do have an orange couch. So I wanted to incorporate the Christmas decor with a little bit of orange. These are like handmade ornaments, because orange ornaments are not easy to get, so I special ordered these online. But I think like the gold goes with the orange, to be honest. I think it works well. My daughter already bought some presents, so. And then the stockings, we do the elf in a shelf here. My youngest loves them. She has 3 of them now. And then, yeah, that's the other corner. And then the couch. And I incorporated the gold. Thank you. I incorporated the gold and white, so it could go with the orange, so it could match like the tree. So that's just, I have the room divider there because my son, the one that moved in, the adult one, like the bedroom, he shares it with my youngest. He doesn't have all the room for like his gaming stuff. So I put that there because I don't care about no video game decor. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's just a little what the house is looking like. The kids' bookshelves, whatever. But yeah, that's what it's looking like and stuff. Thank you, my love. Have you guys decorated for Christmas yet? Or no? Put you guys up here. All right, let me switch you over because you're just looking at a wall at this point. There you go. That goes back to me. That goes back to me. So have you guys decorated for Christmas yet? Sorry if it's loud in here. I have the dishwasher going, and I know she kind of loud. So, but yeah. So when I got this house, all the the microwave was brand new, the stove was new, and the refrigerator was new. Like I could tell the previous owners had just did the kitchen. So my favorite part of this house is the kitchen. Yeah, Christmas to me is not a Christian holiday, so I do the same thing for Christmas like I do for oh my God, I do the same thing for Christmas like I do for Thanksgiving. So for Thanksgiving, what I do is, first of all, we don't call it Thanksgiving. I have like half of my family, as you know, Auntie K, like when you are from a BIPOC family, sometimes not everybody, I have people that are the mind like, that was the past, I know what they did on Thanksgiving, but you know, blah blah blah, because I do have Christian family too. But us, what we purposely do, yes, what we so what I do on that day, I do it as a remembrance day to my ancestors, and I don't eat the traditional food that everybody eats on Thanksgiving. What we do is I give offerings to my ancestors because I do a lot of ancestor work. So I cook like more of like potluck, I think that's what they call it here. So we all make our favorite dishes, and then we do prayer. I do ritual. So for me, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I do like a remembrance day for my indigenous and black ancestors, and I actually give them real food, and I do prayer and stuff like that. So that's what we do. And I have like people that practice the same spirituality as me. They come and we do a lot of that stuff, and we see what messages the ancestors have. And then for Christmas, I don't really celebrate Christmas. It's more of I just give my kids gifts, but there's no like religious thing to it because I already know what Christmas was. So, and I already know they slaughtered a lot of people with pagans and the church and all that. So it's more of a like, I just give my kids gifts. That's about it. And I celebrate winter. So that's what I do. Because I don't identify as Christian, so. So what do you, how do you decorate since you decorate for solstice? Yeah, so that's literally what I do on the day that everybody else is celebrating Thanksgiving. We just do a lot of like ancestral food and stuff like that. Beautiful. I love that. Do you have that on your, do you have a tour of that on your channel? Because I am subscribed to your channel. I would like to see, if you don't mind sharing, I would love to see how you decorate for solstice. I think the tea is done. Let me pray over this tea real quick, guys. I'm going to be drinking some Third Eye tea. Oh, you don't know if you do? If you ever post it, because I'm going to hit the notification. I actually want to see, because I don't comment a lot, but I do watch your content on TK. All right, so where is, I need a, where is, okay, this guy. So I like to drink divination tea. It's kind of like, I'll do it once a week, you know? And it's just kind of like to reset, you know? Anybody who reads professionally, we all have to reset. You know, the way that we do it may vary, but when you're reading on a full-time basis, it could be a lot. And so I started this thing where I do like once a week, either Fridays or Saturdays. Sometimes I've been known to do it on Mondays too, so it kind of depends what I feel to do intuitively. I'm going to get this little guy in there, okay. No, I think I'm going to have to use a different spoon. I need like a heavy spoon. All my spoons are in the dishwasher, so we're gonna have to use a fork. Yeah, that works. Alright, yeah. So I like to drink spiritual tea just to raise my vibrations and all this kind of stuff. So I do like this company, Buddha Teas. So tea tastes pretty good. I do sometimes make my own tea, but today I'm lazy, so. And I'll let that go for like 5 minutes. What about you, Dianara, or anybody else who's in the chat? There's 9 of you in here. Hello, welcome. Have any of you guys already started decorating for the holidays, whatever holidays you celebrate? I know some people celebrate. They don't celebrate Christmas. They'll celebrate solstice, or they'll celebrate Kwanzaa, right? I know in the diaspora in the Caribbean, we celebrate Three Kings Day too. I do actually celebrate that. Yeah. Or at least I used to anyways, but yeah. Which is crazy because El Dia de los Reyes, when they did the Capitol riots, was literally a Three Kings Day. So that January 6th will always be known as the Insurrection Day, but it was actually a holiday before that. So that's crazy. Yeah, so I have like 3 more minutes. I'm going to pray over the tea real quick. I'm dedicating it to a specific spirit that helps me in divination, so. Oh, the sugar's here. I need a teaspoon. This is 2 teaspoons, okay. Okay, too bad. Ooh, okay. But yeah. Ooh, how you guys been doing? It's been a crazy morning. I just feel like, I don't know, I started doing this rituals on Friday because like reading Monday through Friday, so I don't work Friday nights, but I do like daytime readings on Friday. And then Monday through Thursday, I do readings in the morning. I'll do 4 hours in the morning and 4 hours at night. So to make the 8-hour work day. And by Friday, guys, I'm spiritually depleted. So that's why I was like, let me just make a spiritual tea. And then the house is quiet because all my kids are gone. You know, they all go to school. So this is like the time that there's nobody in the house. I already cleaned the house already. So There's nothing. Well, I gotta clean my room, but I cleaned the whole downstairs. I did the kitchen. I did my son's game room over there. I did the living room. I did the hallway. I had a repairman come and fix some stuff. So I was like, let me go live because I'm kind of lonely right now. But yes, how are you doing, Miss Paisley? Love, light, and blessings, and welcome. Have you already decorated and all that stuff? I work on the hotlines. I gotta do an extra day this week because it's been slow. Yes, I heard the hotlines have been slow because I know a lot of people who read full time there. I used to read full time on the hotlines too. I did it for 3 years full time. I did it when my youngest was first born. And then by the 3rd year, I started going into business for myself, so I would do both things. And then after that 3rd year of doing both the hotline and my own stuff, then I just went into my own thing. But yeah, I've heard from a lot of people the hotlines have been slow lately. And a lot of small businesses, things have been very, very, very slow. Yes, but the reason why I did that, because she was an infant. The reason why I did that is because I was getting out of a very abusive relationship. So I was getting out of a very abusive relationship, and anybody knows that money is independence, right? So once I got my finances together, I was able to walk away from that, get my divorce, and keep it moving. So, you know, so that's what I did. Because I had my awakening during that whole separation. It was just a very toxic relationship, to be honest. But if I never was in that toxic relationship, I wouldn't have had my youngest daughter. And I also would have never been a full-time reader because I was having issues with him, right? So my mother knew this reader, but I didn't want to read with her because she knew my mother, right? So I was like, I don't know if she's going to tell my business about my relationship to my mom or whatever. Because, you know, my mom's that Caribbean mother. She all in your business, you know? So I was like, I don't know about that. And I'm just putting in some brown sugar because I can't with the no sugar tea thing. And I didn't want my mom to know I was having problems and stuff. So I literally didn't want to go to her reader, right? Because she was the first person. My first professional reading was when I was 25. So that was 20 years ago because I'm 45. And I was like, what is the little cards that she's shuffling? Because the only people I've ever seen do divination, to be honest, either will get possessed by spirits, because that happens in my culture a lot. Like, we'll get possessed by spirits and the spirits talk to us. Or we'll use playing cards. So I always did divination through regular, 99-cent playing cards you get at the dollar store or whatever. And so I didn't know they had anything like the right away thing. I didn't even know what the hell the name of the deck was or anything. I didn't know anything about social media or that there were spiritual people on social media or any of that stuff. So I did a reading with her. It was pretty accurate, but I wanted to go with somebody outside of her. So I ended up going to a psychic hotline. I just kind of was Googling. And I was like, psychics near me or whatever. And then the site that I work on, which I won't advertise for legal reasons, I went to a reader and I was reading about my man. 90% of the readings I got about him, because I was jumping from psychic to psychic, was a lot of bullshit. You have people that tell you what you want to hear because they think you're going to keep coming to them, blah, blah, blah. And when I was in that whole delusion that I could make things work with him, I used to fall for the lies. And then I found a reader that was actually ethical. And she was no sugarcoating, no holds barred. She was a witch. She was like an English witch, not Wiccan, but like an English witch. So she did both the light and shadow and things like that because she was from Britain. And she did like English folk magic. Yes. Oh, you see? There you go. You fool Miss. I like Miss Cleo. A lot of people don't like Miss Cleo, but I like Miss Cleo. That is cool. I wish I would have gotten a reading from Miss Cleo. But yeah, so I did the thing, and she gave me a very, very, very accurate reading. And then she told me, this reader told me, you're very psychic. And she was the only one that ever picked that up. And I was like, oh, because, growing up, they just told me I had the gift of prophecy, because I was very Christian at the time. And yeah, that's when I started detoxing from Christianity. And, I was kind of like trying to find my way. I was already kind of practicing things on the side. And long story short, she gave me the information so I could work for the hotline after that first reading. She gave me all the contact info, and she became my mentor. She was like, hey, if you're going to read professionally, use this and this protection and things like that. So yeah, so that's what we did. I gave her like a test reading to see if I could actually do it good, and she loved it. And she's like, hey, this is the information. The owners now don't do that, but before they used to test the readers to see if you're accurate and stuff. And then they paid me, which they never said they did before. They paid me for the reading I gave them. Because they give you like a random person to read kind of thing. And he liked the reading, and then I had to read the workbook and blah, blah, blah. And then when I went through the screening process, from then on, I went reading full time. And a lot of people have found me from there because I was one of the first page psychics they used to feature on there. I used to make them a lot of money. But then they got bought over by different people, and because we used to get 50% of whatever we made, which at the time was good because I when you work on a hotline, they're advertising you, so people are going to go there. There's a lot of people that go on there. So it got me out of welfare and food stamps, and it got me out of being homeless, if you want to be honest. And then once I made enough money where I didn't need full Section A. It got me off Section A and all that. And then once I got all that going, I divorced the man. I don't do free readings on live, so you can go to my website, shamanicarawakpriestess.com, and you can purchase a reading there. So I do tarot readings and I do mediumship. I also do full-time rituals, or what they call here spells and stuff like that, and mentorship. So all of my stuff is on my website, honey, shamanicarawakpriestess.com, and I'll be more than willing to help you, my love. Hi, Janice, sweetheart. How are you? Exactly. And the real honest reason why I don't mentor people in tarot, because I know that there's a way that people read tarot. Now, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people do go by like book meanings and stuff like that. And while I did study tarot in that way, I don't really use the meanings that you will find in a book. The way that I read is so different because it's just a promise that me and my spirits did together, because in my culture, we get possessed by spirits. And I know that I have to be realistic. A lot of people are not going to be open to talking through spirits, or a spirit talking directly to them. That kind of will scare some people off. So the cards are more like they speak through the cards. I'm semi-possessed in a way, because I don't remember what I even say to people most of the time. But I'm not in full possession. And in that way, everybody's comfortable. But then so the card meanings for me change all the time. So it would be hard for me to be like, hey, this means this, and that's what it is. And the spread said this, and it's on this place. I don't even do like spreads. Like, I don't know. I just have my own way, and I don't feel like you could teach that. I don't know. It's just weird to explain, but yeah. Hey, Miss Lotus, are you on your lunch break? Good. I don't know if you guys ever seen, I have a high priestess cup. That's where my spiritual tea is. I'm taking you guys upstairs with me to my office, okay? So it's going to be a little crazy looking, but I'm going to go drink coffee in my office. I mean, the tea in my office. How do you suggest we learn the cards in the way you did if we can? I feel like anybody can, to be honest. But it's because I don't have set meanings, I don't know how you could teach that. So when people ask me, oh my God, my kids' rooms are a mess. When people ask me like, hey, can you mentor me in the cards or whatever? It's like hard for me, because I'm like, but what am I mentoring you in? Because one minute the Queen of Wands could mean something, and the next minute she's a spirit that's talking, or somebody's loved one that came through, or or a deity or whatever. Because like even that spiritual court reading that I do them with playing cards. Like I know there's decks out there that have like African spirits or whatever, but I don't use those decks to do readings for that. You know? I'm trying to see where I could place you guys that ain't gonna knock it over. Okay, there we go. Yes, and then people, they'll tell me like, hey, I went to a babalao and you said the same exact thing, or I went to a mambo and they told me the same thing. And the thing is, the people they go to, I've never talked to these people, so there will be no way for me to like cheat like that. And or they'll confirm like, hey, yeah, so this is the deck that I use. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. It's like tarot mixed with... Sorry. I keep my decks in boxes, the ones that I actually use. But, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I use this deck. And then when I'm like, hey, this spirit came through, blah, blah, blah. Like, these are the actual cards that I'm using. And they'll have, like, different meanings all the time. The best way that I could describe it is I work with specific spirits that help me in divination. So I personally believe that, like, it's the spirits that are speaking through the person. So it's all about developing your spiritual relationship with the spirits and them telling you what kind of reader you're going to be. Because some spirits work with some people where they read when they learning divination, the meanings are more literal. Like I'm going to make up, I'm going to explain what I mean a little bit. So I had a client that I was mentoring, because I do mentor people that maybe they want to be diviners or whatever. And she had went to other mentors and they were always like, oh, anybody can learn tarot, blah, 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 blah. Which I think that people should stop saying that, because sometimes reading tarot isn't for everybody. Maybe someone is more called to read Lenormand, right? And that's their calling, to work with Lenormand. My godmother's daughter could not read a lick of tarot, and she was very psychic. And the way that the spirits would talk through her was Lenormand. Also, her mother, like myself, was a playing cards reader. My mother's reading playing cards, whatever. And there was another mentor that I have. She read the gypsy cards. That's what they're called, but I just say Romani cards. But if you look them up online, they're gonna be called gypsy cards. And that's what they read with. That's the second deck I have the biggest connection with, to be honest. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Is this one too? Yeah, these cards. These are not Kipper. These are the cards that I just said. I'll say traveler cards to be politically correct and respectful. But yeah, so I read with these cards, and I use them a lot in your guys' readings alongside. So usually I'm either reading with this, playing cards, or any version of the Right Away. I'm doing this one now because we're like winter. So I'm doing the Christmas deck, For Halloween, I have the Halloween version. But yeah, so that's the deck that I usually use when I'm reading professionally. So I feel like it's more of whatever form of divination, Danny, that you would connect with the most. And then for me and my culture, so I can only speak about my culture, I cannot speak about everybody else. When I use a deck, okay, here we go. All right. I usually drink this tea, and then I'll like incense it or whatever. I rededicate these decks every time to my main spirit guide, that speaks through the cards. So for me, this is a dedicated tool to spirit. So when I'm reading the cards, I'm actually channeling, if that makes sense. So that's how I do it. So maybe that will work for you. You would just have to find out what form of divination speaks to you the most. That client that I had, that she couldn't do, I had another client, she couldn't do anything. She tried Lenormand, she tried the Romani card, she tried tarot, she tried Oracle. I mean, the girl tried everything. She tried playing cards, you know? And what ended up being the tool that talked to her the most, I told her, did you ever try charm casting? And she did that. And she made her own charm kit and gave a very accurate reading. Hi, Reiki. She gave a very accurate reading. Sorry if it's shaky, guys. She gave a very accurate reading with the charms. So I know somebody else who was a good friend of mine. Nothing really happened with her, just we just grew apart. And she read with she's the only reader I ever knew, and we would exchange readings because we were friends. So um she was going through some messy stuff and I was going through some messy stuff. And I was poor back then, so I couldn't, you know what I mean. But anyway, so basically she she used to read the runes. She's the only full-time reader I've ever met that read runes. And those runes will speak to her, let me tell you. Yeah, so if you're wanting to develop your channeling abilities, that is why I sell mentorship and you pay as you go. Through the mentorship that I do, because instead of giving classes all year round, I do have options where if you ever miss any of my previous classes or you want to help in learning how to channel and all that stuff, it will be a one-on-one session with me and you pay for the sessions as you go. So you know, if you can't pay for it for 3 months, we just pick up where you left off. And I've had people go through my mentorship program a la carte, and they started their own businesses already, websites. They were able to better develop their intuition or psychic abilities or whatever. So if you're ever open to it, Danny, I do offer that on the website. They're the mentorship sessions that I do. You can mentor in anything, setting up altar, first learning how to work with spirits, all that good stuff. Oh, that's awesome, Reiki. Hopefully you're doing well today. That is something I'm trying to actually get into. I signed up for some spring classes because I am actually going to look into Reiki myself. I don't know if I'm going to do it for other people, but just like to Reiki myself. So I think your name confirms it from spirit. Maybe I should look into that. So, yes. Are you like a master in Reiki? If you don't mind me asking. I use a bunch. TDM, Rider-Waite Smith, Lenormand, and playing cards. What's TDM? What is that one? Is that the Tarot de Marcel? I think that's how you say it. Is that one? I've used that deck. I like that deck too, but I don't really use it professionally. Yeah, and it's nice that you use a bunch of them because sometimes you gotta switch up when you're reading with the same deck all the time. It gets kind of I'm probably gonna switch from my laptop. My phone is a little bit annoying because it's like shaking and it's giving me motion sickness. Let me see if I can manage to do that on here. Okay. Oh, but yeah. What time is it? Let's see. Okay, 5 minutes. This tea is so good. This tea is so muy bueno. I'm gonna have another sale coming up in the future, so make sure you guys stay posted and stuff because I'm definitely going to be doing another sale. It's going to be a Christmas sale, so I'm going to send out those mass emails again. So make sure you check your spam and your regular mail because I signed up for a plan that I could send mass emails at once. So Anytime I'll have upcoming sales, I'll email you guys. So make sure you guys are looking. Sometimes it goes to people's spam depending on your settings. So make sure you look at the spam too. Okay, let me see if I missed anything. Oh, I didn't know you were a widow. I didn't see that. I'm going back in the chat. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing about going into business for yourself. You have to do a lot of the work for yourself. That's what I said. Like, there are good things. Like, when people tell me, oh, I want to be a full-time reader or whatever, I always tell them, like, there's nothing wrong with the psychic hotline. I feel like people demonize the psychic hotline, and that annoys me because it's like annoying or whatever. Because it's like, you guys have all these stereotypes. Like, come on now. I feel like people should be able to read the cards and read however they want to. Everybody's code of ethics is different. I have nothing bad to say about the psychic hotline because, again, it helped me to get out of my situation. So who am I to judge anybody else and how other people make their money? Okay, the only time I have issues is when people are scam artists. That's it. When people purposely know they don't have a gift and they scam people out of money and that kind of stuff, then I'm like, then I have an issue. So, yes. If you're not doing that, then I don't have an issue with you. Let me see. Have you guys seen my office? I don't remember if you have or not. Let's see. I might give you a tour of that too before I get off here. Let me see if I can do that. Ooh. So this is the computer that I use when I'm on Skype with you guys. My camera. And then this is my reading space is very simple, guys. Like, really. Wait, let me move this out the way. Okay. I have my timer because I do time reading. So whatever you pay for, the timer is set. You guys be hearing the bell when I read, you guys. I have my amethyst there, tourmaline. Oh my God, I forgot what's the name of this crystal right now. I can't think of the name right now. And another amethyst. This one fell off a pendulum, but I like it. It has a lot of meaning for me. This represents I'm always in light and shadow. I believe in both. So, and then this is the chakra I'm working with right now, the sacral chakra. So this is an orange calcite that I have there. And then I have my clear quartz because it tends to amplify everything. And then I have my pendulum that I use when I'm talking to spirits and channeling or doing mediumship. Or if I'm doing energy healings, I like to use the pendulum for that too. And then this is where I burn my incense. Really simple. Got it at Wally World. And then my incense are down here. I have like a bunch of these tarot incenses that I use when I'm charging my decks and stuff. I also make a special blend incense for the specific main spirit that I work with. I got chakra incense sticks here. I got the 7 archangels incense that I use because I do work a lot with angels. And no, you don't have to be Christian to work with angels. This is the main incense that I like to work with. Frankincense and myrrh, made in India. When I do your tarot readings on my memberships, in order for me to put timestamps, this is when I get ideas, I'll put the timestamps in here, or when I get ideas about what type of content I want to make, and then I script them. This is the deck I'm using right now for members. We're doing a 1 card a day, the African Goddess Rising. Different webcams in here, lighters, blah, blah, blah. This is where I hold my main working deck. So these are the decks that I use. They're all in boxes. I keep them in wooden boxes. I don't use really tarot bags. I have crystals there charging them and keeping them nice. These, I don't know if you can see. Okay, there we go. These three here are the decks that, so when I don't want to use these two, because they'll be like I said, they'll be the tarot um main one. This is the decks I switch out my tarot decks with. So these are all my main working tarot decks. Playing cards, blah blah blah. So those are all my working decks there. And then on this side, okay, we have my spiritual jewelries. No, spiritual jewelries down here. And then we have my whatever I wrap my hair with is always charged, my rue water. And then we have a protection thing back there. And then this here is dedicated to my main spirit guide. I'm not going to show you her sacred space, but these are decks that I use for the membership readings that you guys are a part of. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Let me see. You have the decks that I feel are tied to my culture. So you have this one. I've actually started reading with it. I like it. So we have the the Spirit Box Voodoo Tarot. We have the Fortunes, a card that I pulled for myself. The Orisha Tarot, which I like too. That I got from the Dollar Tree. My little creepy people. We have a candle because Christmas, so hot cocoa. The Hoodoo Tarot I love. And then this a client gave me, which is an Egyptian tarot deck. So I feel like these match with my culture. I have not found a nice indigenous tarot deck that I like that much yet to display. So we'll see how that goes. And then I have my little pumpkin, my Florida water. And then this is my crystal altar. All my books of shadows, spirit books, blah, blah, blah. All the different journals that I've showed you. Yeah, I have my different crystals here. These are all dedicated to like the chakras. My daughter got me this for Mother's Day, so that's just cute and I like it. This a client gave to me is selenite. So I have all these different crystals. Yes, I do pray to the Mother Mary in folk magic that I practice. This oil is from Israel that my mother gave me. And because my mom's like she's not like a Christian, Catholic witch, whatever the hell you want to call it. So yeah. And then I collect rosaries. So I do use rosaries. These are all my different room sprays and things like that. Rue, and there's tourmaline in here, and my little Scully guy. And then this is my dedication space to Pamela Coleman Smith. I love her. I do work with her as an energy, so she has that. And then these are my favorite Rider-Waite decks, all there. And then this is just like a tribute to the ancestors. I love this saying, I'm determined, worthy, blessed, a force to be reckoned, kind, with fearless, creative, destined for greatness, my ancestors' wildest dreams. And I love it because she's like an Afro-Latina. So, and then this is supposed to be Danto, which everybody knows she's one of my mothers. I love her. And then you have the High Priestess, which is the card of tarot that I identify with the most. And then a tribute to Oshun as the Virgen, la Virgen de Caridad. De Caridad. So, and then you have the three Juanes, okay? But she is Oshun, okay? So, yeah, so that is my sacred space. Oh, and then you have here, this is my chakra altar. I have various grids, crystals, pendulums, oils that I anoint myself with, candles that I light when I'm working with certain chakras, incense, and things like that. It's also like an angel altar as well. As you can see, I have a grid right now because I'm working on my sacral chakra. So that's what's going on there. And then this gray chest right here is literally my collection of decks. So yeah, this is my whole collection is in here. So because I own a lot of decks. Maybe not as much as a lot of other people, but I do. own a lot of decks and stuff. So yeah, that is just a quick. Oh yeah, and then I have my spiritual closet. Oops, where are you? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, then I have that right there, and then my wall of protections. I love the Fool's card. It has a very special meaning for me, so that's why it's there. I have my various charms and talismans. I have a crucifix that's blessed by another one that's blessed by a priest because I used to be an exorcist. And then yeah, the evil eye, and then the chariot. So yeah, so that's pretty much my setup. Very simple, nothing fancy, nothing big deal or anything like that. So yes. Do you guys have a sacred space where you do readings too? If you do read for yourself or for other people? Sorry, I didn't show you the deity that's on that altar, but she doesn't want to be on camera and I have to respect that. So, you know. This tea is so good. That was good. But all right, guys, I think I'm going to let you guys go because my son, it's almost 2 o'clock and I have a special needs son, the 18-year-old. His bus drops him off right in front of my house, but he can't get off the bus unless I'm in front of my house. So I might walk you to downstairs and then, he didn't consent to be on camera. So once he gets off the bus, I'm going to hang up the thing. So you're going to come outside with me, peoples. I'm taking you everywhere this afternoon. Okay, let me. I gotta open this door so he can make sure that his mother did not forget that he's coming out of school. So, yeah. You guys will get to meet Frederica. Frederica is my skeleton protector outside. And that is. Ooh, can we see? Can we see her? Yeah, there goes Frederica. I don't know if you can see her in the. Yep, this is Frederica. She has a Santa hat now because we're in Christmas time. So that's her. Frederica. Hey, girl. How you doing, girl? Her name is Frederica because of Freddy Krueger. All right, guys. My son is coming home from school, so I will let you guys go. Thank you for hanging out with me on live. And thank you for spending the afternoon with me. I was lonely. Much love and light, guys. Bye.